Will Hammond is starting this week against Oklahoma State, which will be a second straight start. Baron Morton Legg will be available for Texas Tech and is improving. I would like to see Baron Morton in uniform doing all the warm-ups, and I hope this is we're 37-point favorites. We don't need Baron Morton. The rest of the season's more important kind of thing, and not you probably really can't and shouldn't start. If this was a 10-point line, well, let's do it differently. If it was a 14.5-point line, would Baron Morton start?
Well, that's a great question.
If it was a 9-point line, 6-point line, like what's the?
To me,
and it's not just the betting aspect, but if it was a better opponent coming in.
To me, that's what it. To me, it's the opponent and what you're facing coming in. If you had Kansas State's second game of the year, he plays because you don't know that they're going to be not as good as they have been.
Yeah, you're already 6-1 too.
But Oklahoma State has kind of established an identity, and so I think that plays into it a lot. If you're playing BYU this week, I think he plays.
Yeah,
I think he plays.
I think it's good that you trust Will Hammond.
Yeah,
and I think the Will Hammond of the fourth quarter from Utah and Arizona State is much closer to the Will Hammond that you'll see more often as he gets more reps on the field against high-level teams. But, man, that Will Hammond in the third quarter against Kansas or the first half and the third quarter against those other two teams, man, we need a little more from Will Hammond here. Now, I don't expect you need a whole lot more against Oklahoma State. I think you'll be able to move the ball, but
question for you.
I mean, it's been accuracy, it's been some decision making, and I've got a take after your question.
You've seen him against Arizona State for a full game. You've seen him for partial game Kansas, partial game Utah. You kind of know what you've got, especially after Arizona State because he played a full game. Do you game plan a whole lot differently than what you have for him up to this point? Based on what his past performances is, do you think we see some more run out of Cameron Dickey, and do you think we see 10-yard passes instead of 30-yard passes?
This is exactly what I was about to say.
Okay.
So I've got a take. I think last week you game planned for Will Hammond to be the starter, and you tried to run the Will Hammond offense. I think you should run the Mac Leftwich Texas Tech offense and just ignore who's at quarterback. I think you got too focused on Will Hammond being the guy last week. Will Hammond's awesome, but the redshirt freshman who has not started a bunch of games or played a bunch of games should not be the focal point of this offense. And look, Cam Dickey and Jacoby Williams are sophomores.